Hello, today we are going to be making a tree house. We practiced making a tree and I thought it'd be really fun to actually design a tree house to go into one of our trees. So let's start. I'm going to use a square first for my tree house and I'm going to draw the tree house first and then I'm going to add the tree around it. All right, so I'm going to have my paper up and down vertical portrait mode. And in the middle of my paper, I'm going to draw a rectangle. After I make my rectangle, I'm going to make a line on the top sticking out and then a line on the bottom sticking out. And that's going to make the side of our tree house. This is the front and this is going to be the side. And now I'm going to make a vertical line that connects these two lines we just made. So from here to here. Now we need a roof. The roof can be any shape you want. I want a triangle. So from this side to this side, I'm going to make a triangle. So I'm going to make a slanty line going up and then a slanty line going down. And then I'm going to make another line that touches the top sharp part of my triangle. It's going to connect to this line. So now we have the front and the side of our treehouse. We made a 3D cube. Okay, so now we're going to add the tree part. So underneath my treehouse, I'm gonna make my trunk. So I'm gonna make a squiggly line this way to make one side of the tree trunk. And then however wide you want your tree to be, you're going to make another line down. And that is gonna be the trunk of our tree. And then I'm going to make curvy lines for the roots. And I'm gonna connect those all together. All right, perfect. Now we're gonna make the branches. Remember, branches are like a hand with fingers sticking out. So I'm gonna have some fingers coming out from around the top of my tree house. You can even have branches underneath, just like that. And now I'm just going to make them a little bit thicker. I'm just going around and drawing a line next to each branch. Okay, and then I'm gonna draw some more smaller branches on the sides, sticking out from our first branches. All right, perfect. And now I'm gonna make a door for my treehouse. So right here in the middle, I'm gonna make a rectangle, but you could have any shape that you want for your door. Then I think I'm gonna make some windows. So I'm gonna make some rectangles for my windows. And you can have any shape you want for your windows. Okay, good. Now, you need a way to get up into your treehouse. How are you going to get up into your treehouse? Are there stairs? Is there a ladder? So think about what you want to do. And I think I'm going to make a ladder. And the ladder is going to be nailed right into the tree. So I'm just going to make long rectangles going up the tree, and they're nailed into the tree so you can climb up. You can actually draw the nails if you want. I'm just putting dots for the nail heads. Perfect. And then other details. Is there a slide coming out of your tree? So maybe we can make a slide, like a trapdoor on the bottom and then a slide coming out. So let's do a long slide coming out. I'm drawing a curvy line. It's gonna go up and then come down. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side to make the other side of my slide and have it curving up. And then if you want to add some supports, I'm just gonna add long vertical lines. So when you're sliding down the slide, you don't fall off the slide or the slide doesn't fall down. Now, what can we do for another detail? How about a bucket? It's kind of hard to carry stuff up the ladder when you're holding it. I guess you could put it in a backpack, but if you have a bucket hanging from the window, you could pull the bucket up and bring all that stuff up that you need. So I'm gonna draw a curvy line coming down. That's gonna be for the rope. And then to make the bucket, I'm gonna make a long oval, just like that. That's for the top of the bucket, the opening. And then 2 lines sticking down, and then another curvy line, and that's gonna make the bucket. And that way you can pull your stuff up to your tree. Just put it in the bucket and pull it up. And now, time for the leaves. To make the leaves, we'll make it the same way we made them last time. We were practicing making the tree, and we're gonna make curvy lines around our branches. And if you wanted to add fall colors for your leaves, you could definitely do that. Or if you wanted your tree to stay bare with no leaves, that's fine too. Because the leaves are almost off the trees anyway. They are getting ready for winter. All right. And I think that's good. Maybe I'll put a circle window up here. And then what else could you add to your tree house? An elevator? Maybe it's a really fancy treehouse with an elevator going up, an escalator, rock wall, whatever you can think of, you can add to your treehouse. It's your treehouse, you're the designer, so you can add anything you want to your treehouse. I'm gonna put a line in the back to show the horizon line. And then if you wanted to, you could add more trees or a house or other details. You could add people going down the slide, people peeking out of the treehouse, whatever you want. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to add some color. I think today I'm gonna use gray for my tree trunk. Not all trees are brown. Some have gray bark. And that's gonna help the wood for my tree house to stand out. You could use colored pencils, you could use markers, or you could use crayons. And then for the boards, I'm gonna use a brown. And then I think for my bucket, I want that to be blue. And my slide, I want it to be red. In my tree house, I'm going to make it yellow. And you can add whatever color you want to your tree house. For the top of my tree house, I think that's going to be blue too. And we got some color mixing happening over here. I drew with my blue marker over the yellow, and it turned green. That's okay. Now for my windows, I'll make those a darker blue. Then a yellow, well, orange for the door. Thinking, brainstorming, I want orange. Try to use really different colors, or as many different colors as I can. Then maybe I'll have orange for the supports, and an orange robe. And now I'm just gonna finish coloring my tree. Use the gray for the branches. And now for the leaves, since it's fall, think I'm gonna use another orange. I'm gonna go around the branches. If you want to add a pile of leaves at the bottom, like at the bottom of your slide, you could do that. So if you're sliding down, you can go into the pile of leaves. We practiced making that last time. All right, I'll make my little pile of leaves too. Spiky, curvy lines, big pile of them. I'm gonna add some grass. Make some lines, and then I'll draw some spiky shapes for the grass. And if you want to color all in, you could definitely do that. All right, that's my tree house. And of course you can add whatever details you want. I forgot to color in my window up here. Make that purple. All right, I think it's done. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with. See you soon.